With the first pick in the 2010 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select John Wall. The Cleveland Cavaliers select Kyrie Irving. The Washington Wizards select Kwame Brown.
I'm Ben Spicer of Wannabe Draft Analyst. On today's show, we're going to be taking a close look at Ohio State's combo guard, D'Angelo Russell. We'll explore some of his highlights, as well as some of his strengths and weaknesses that will be on display in the upcoming NBA Draft. Russell is expected to be a top 5 pick at that, in the lottery of the NBA Draft this season. So first we're going to go into some of his background information, and then we'll get into some of his highlights. A bit of a background on D'Angelo Russell. He's from Louisville, Kentucky, and he attended The Ohio State University. He was a freshman this season, and as we mentioned in the intro, he was a point guard and a shooting guard, but he mainly played the shooting guard position. He has great size at 6'5" and 180 pounds. And you can also get some insight on his killer instinct, if you will, with the quote that he gave after the Sacred Heart game, saying, "I just told myself whoever was guarding me, I was going to destroy them." No matter which media outlet you choose, D'Angelo Russell is no doubt a top 10 selection in this year's NBA Draft. He's projected to go 3rd overall to Philadelphia on NBADraft.net, 6th overall to the Sacramento Kings on SportsIllustrated.com, 3rd overall to Philadelphia as well on CBSSports.com, and 4th overall to the Los Angeles Lakers on DraftExpress.com. Now remember, as of today, May 7th, there hasn't been a draft order set in stone yet, so these are just projections for now. And below you can see his stat line in his first season and last season at Ohio State, where he averaged 19.3 points per game, 5.7 rebounds per game, and 5 assists per game. In my opinion, one of D'Angelo Russell's most sought-after assets is in fact his passing ability. As you can see here in his highlights, he has a great knack for finding his teammates, as well as some excellent court vision, which he combines with great awareness as well. The fact that he wasn't Ohio State's starting point guard, he actually was the shooting guard at Ohio State, should show you that he's a great passer, especially considering he averaged 5 assists per game at that shooting guard position. Of course, he did split time at point guard as well. It'll be interesting to see how he can transition to point guard at the NBA if indeed the team that drafts him does decide that he is a point guard. But he is a great combo guard, and his ability to pass the ball will really help him in the NBA.
And what they expected is Russell just sensational.
Another great component of D'Angelo Russell's game is his ability to score. He actually led all freshmen in the NCAA in points per game at about 19 points per game, and he combines a great ability to shoot the ball as well as drive. He has a silky smooth jump shot, whether it be mid-range or from deep, and he combines that with a great ability to get to the rim. And the way that he gets to the rim so often is his great crossover, which allows him to create space for either a jump shot or that drive to the rim, as we mentioned. So it's going to be interesting to see how he'll be able to transition his scoring ability into the NBA, because at times he could seemingly score at will in college. Defensively at times, Russell has struggled, which certainly raises question marks heading to the next level. He does, however, have an ability to combine his speed with his awareness to create some turnovers on the defensive end, but at times he does get lost defensively, which is certainly an area of concern heading into the NBA Draft. Like any young player, Russell at some times does struggle with his shot selection. He tends to take some shots that he probably shouldn't, and he tends to pass at times that he probably should shoot the ball. Along with that, he has struggled passing the ball a bit at times, but that'll come with practice and repetition, especially if he plays as a point guard. In the video, we looked at some of D'Angelo Russell's top-tier opponents, including Michigan State, Wisconsin, and a few clips from the Maryland game.
However, we decided to go a little more in-depth and provide you with some of his statistics against his better opponents. He did struggle at times against some of these opponents, particularly shooting the three-pointer. As you can see, at Louisville, he played in 31 minutes, scoring 17 points on 6 for 20 shooting, 0 for 6 from three-point. He had 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 turnovers. Versus North Carolina, he played 38 minutes, scoring 11 on 4 for 17 shooting and 3 for 10 beyond the arc, with 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 turnovers. Against Maryland, he played 34 minutes, scoring 18 on 50% shooting, going 4 of 6 from three-point, one of his better games, where he also included 14 rebounds and 6 assists, as well as no turnovers. At Michigan State, he played 39 minutes, scoring 10 points on 4 for 13 shooting, 2 for 7 behind the arc, with 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 turnovers. And against Michigan State at home, he played 36 minutes, scoring 19 on 7 for 16 shooting, 3 for 8 behind the arc, with 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 turnovers. Versus Wisconsin in Columbus, he had 39 minutes on the floor, scoring 17 points on 7 for 18 shooting, 1 for 7 beyond the arc, 1 rebound, 5 assists, and 5 turnovers. Probably his worst game against a top-tier opponent. And lastly, against Arizona in the NCAA tournament, he played 37 minutes, scoring 9 points on 3 for 19 shooting, 1 for 7 three-point shooting, with 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 turnover. Although he did struggle with his field goal percentage in a few of these games, he did make up with the rebounds and assists department, which proves that he's an all-around athlete.
D'Angelo Russell is certainly an immense talent. It'll be interesting to see how his pre-draft workouts go, as well as where he ends up being selected in this year's NBA draft. I hope you enjoyed our first episode of the NBA Wannabe Draft Analyst. I'm Ben Spicer. Stay tuned, as next episode we will be previewing Kentucky center Karl Anthony Towns. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching.